Hello everyone and welcome. Today we're doing a little home reset, getting everything back on track before the weekend approaches us and the house becomes more of a mess than you can handle. So that's what I'm doing today. It's an absolutely gorgeous, beautiful day out there. And every time the sun comes out, I'm like, yes, I'm going to get on this. I can do this. I'm starting by giving the little plastic cheap old washing basket that I've got here. Can't remember where I got it from. Could be Sainsbury's, could be Home Bargains. But I'm giving it a wipe over with some Dettol antibacterial wipes because sometimes I use this for picking up dirty washing and sometimes I use it for bringing out the clean. And I think I'm kind of like mixing it together there. So I thought, no, I'm going to give you a wipe over you deserve. So that's what I'm doing. Today it's going to be get some washing done as much as possible as well because with the sun being out, I've not hung anything on that line in months. So I'm on it. Got me a wicker basket. This is for the dry stuff to take upstairs. Yes, it is. Oh, and a little update for you. I did send an email to Lidl. For any of you that were watching in my last video when I said that we had stuffing mix from Lidl that gave us the most foulest repercussions, I emailed them. I did. And I've got a response. Although it's not overly exciting, the response, but hands up. This guy or woman who has replied to me has replied very well. How they've not replied in any other way, I do not know. But anyway, I shall read it out to you now. This is what I sent. Hello, I am messaging regarding an item you have for sale, which quite frankly should come with a warning. I purchased your Newgate stuffing mix, sage and onion, which smelt and tasted delicious. Oh yes, it did. And made Sunday roast perfect, but the following morning was a story to be told. I have never, in my almost 40 years, smelt anything so vile when vacating the body. The foul winds that escaped our systems were so horrendous, I have vowed never to eat that stuffing again, and neither shall my family, as I had to endure the strong smell of stuffing farts and disposals all Monday morning. My nostrils have now become immune to any future gases, and I can only thank you for that. It was like a rotting rat crawled up the back passage, hibernated, decomposed, and then made an appearance. Again, lovely tasting, foul disposal. Kind regards. So I shall put up the response that I got on the screen now. I'm not going to read it out, but Dani, whoever you are, I would love to have seen your face when you read out that email. I mean, I'm not looking for like a serious response to this. I just thought it'd be a bit of a giggle to send it off. Wasn't expecting anything back. But it would be funny to see what they respond with if I do send them the receipt and this, that and the other. It would be hilarious. Like, are they actually going to take it seriously? Anyway, why are there so many Fiat 500s on the road? Like red ones as well. Red and mint. They're everywhere, like an infestation of Fiat 500s all over the place. What are they doing with themselves? They're the most unsightly car. I'm sorry if you have a Fiat 500, but what on fresh earth are they about? No. Giving the bathroom a little going over because I've recently dyed Elliot's hair and I did it black with red going around all over the place on the top and whatnot. So made quite a mess, as you can imagine. Trying to get hair dye out of a 9-year-old's hair was not easy because it's not like they can just whip their head over and wash it out. And you have to be so careful with their little eyes and all that delicateness. But yeah, I made a mess. I got hair dye everywhere and it's nasty. So I'm giving that a nice little fresh wash over and everything's looking so much nicer. Now, the other thing I wanted to tell you about is I've taken notes of all your recommendations of channels to look at. Raquel is one. Raquel Ashley, I think it is. Yeah, I'm having a look at that one. What was the other one? Oh, it's like a really, I've heard it before kind of name. It's a catchy name. It's catchy and yet I can't remember it, but I've got it. But I've got another one. Did anybody else used to watch Life in the Cottage? I love Georgina Hannay from Life in the Cottage. Wow, she's got another channel and I didn't even know about it. I found it and I was like, oh my God, I've missed you so much. I absolutely love her. I really, really do. Like, she just gives that feeling that you just spend all day with her and just chill and just get shit done. And yeah, but I'm going to pop her channel down below if you want to have a look. It's Little Life House and oh my goodness me, I love her so much. Yes, I do really miss her cottage videos though. I loved them. I was literally binge watch her every day. And if a new upload came out, I think she's the only YouTuber that I've ever been like a bang on. Like the second a video came out, woof, I was on it. And I've not been like that with absolutely anybody else. Like literally, there isn't another YouTuber out there that I will sit and be like, yes, they're uploading tonight. I'll be like, yeah, I'll watch it another time. Watch it sometime when I'm free. I barely get a chance to even sort my own. So, but I would always make time for Georgina Hannah because I flipping love her. Yes, if you watch this and you hear me, I love you. Yes. So here we go. We're out in the absolute beautiful blue sky, putting out the washing. Can you believe it? In a January. Yes. We are hanging out, washing. It feels so good. You know what's going to happen. I'm going to put it out and then it's going to start getting dark because I'm going to do the rush of picking up the kids from school, rush into the shop to get things that I need because I need this for dinner, whatever. Then I'm going to start doing dinner. It's going to be dark outside. I go, I'll get it in tomorrow. By then it's going to be crisp, and it's going to stink of cold air and I'm going to be like, no, I need to wash it again. You know it's going to happen. It always happens. That's what happens to me. Every single time. I'm just walking around feeling like, yeah, look at me, getting my loads done, feeling so good about myself, getting all the washing sorted, when reality is, you're probably going to have to wash it again because you're going to get lazy. That's what happens in the evenings. You get your belly full of food like a porky little pig, and then you just get lazy with a packet of biscuits and a cup of tea. Oh, I can't tell you how much I am desperate just to put my feet up with a couple of biscuits and a cup of tea and do some happy colour, because that's my zone out. Happy colour. And I was so chuffed to see so many of you say the same thing, that you all play happy colour. I mean, it's just a colouring game, but it's like the best game ever invented. I've coloured so many pictures. It's insane. And then I look at one. I don't know if anybody else gets this. I look at one and I'm like, you're not really floating my boat, but I'll give you a go. Turns out to be my best picture yet. I'm like, oh, look at that. I find myself, I've got a thing with it though. It's really like, it's my OCD. I can't move on to the next colour until I've literally completed colour 1. So if I'm stuck on, say, 28, oh, hell no, I ain't moving on to the next. I will find you, you little fucker, wherever you are. I will zoom in so far on my phone that you can't zoom in anymore, and I will find it. Yes, I will. And I get so infuriated. And then my battery starts to go, and I'm like, no, not now. Not only that, the port on my phone is dead. I can't charge it, so it has to sit on a pad, which drives me insane because I can't hold it while it's charging. The banes of my life. Actually, talk about the banes of my life. My feet are driving me insane. They're actually starting to get a little bit better. I'm having a blueberry muffin as a little break for myself with a cup of tea. Yes, I am. And then I'm going to be ploughing on forward with a little bit more. Get a load more washing in there because it must. And yeah, I'm still watching The Split. Loving that. I'm proper rambling. I know I am. I'm rambling. Look at that filth. But it smells so good when you wash. It's the only filth that smells good when you wash it is the drawer of the washing machine. Like, you don't want to put anything else on there. You don't need to. But I did. I sprayed this because I wanted to try it. I've only just brought it. As you can see, I'm trying to pump it out. Pump it up. You got to pump it. I hate that song so much. Every time that line just pops into your head, stuck in your head for the rest of the day, it's awful. It's awful. But anyway, yeah, you don't need to spray anything on there. I just wanted to try it out. But scrubbing it gives off a lovely smell of laundry, even though you know that you're wiping away weeks of build-up. And you're like, oh, it smells so good, yes. It smells so good. Do you know I was in such a rush today to do the school run? Not even joking. I was like, oh, I need a wee. I need a wee. I can't. There's no way. Not in that cold. I'm not going to make it. So I was like, well, I'm going to have to wee before I leave, even though I was literally cutting it fine. So what do? I sit down on the toilet to go and have a wee. And I had the urge for something else. I was like, no. You crawl back up there where you came from, because I don't have time for you. I don't. I was literally in the toilet talking to my undelivered child, saying, no, you can't come out for a swim yet because I haven't got time. So I had to literally clench, hope that it just sucks itself back up so I could carry on and do the school run. There it goes, a little bit of info. You didn't need to know, but I'm sharing it with you because that's what we do here. We share these things. Now, I am going to open up this because I haven't opened up in a while and I'm dreading to think what's in there. But do you know what made me do this? I bet, can you guess? Because I saw Georgia, Devonport, I was watching her video and she unplugged hers, and I've always avoided it Every time I think, oh, I need to do it, I avoid it because I've got nothing to hold the water. She used an oven tray, and I was like, I'm trying that. Tried it, barely anything came out, and it was all clean. I was quite disappointed. I wanted gunge. I wanted grit, gunge, hair, all that stuff. That stuff that smells almost like the sea when you pull it out. And there was nothing. It was a disappointment in my life, let me tell you. A disappointment. But I'm giving it a good old clean over. Nonetheless, it's out now. It's going to have a bath, before I pop it back in its hole to do its job. There we go. Yes. A little bit of a spillage on the floor, but it's all good. I'm getting so much done before they come out of school. I'm feeling quite chuffed with myself. I'm not going to lie. Look at that. Clear. Why? Why couldn't it have been full of gunge and just made me a little bit happy? That's what I want. Anyway, I'm still using my Sainsbury's non-biker. It's my absolute favourite and I love it. And I will try not to let it build up so much inside that drawer because it's ridiculous. That is from Lidl and I love it. It smells gorgeous. And when I was hanging out the wash on the line, you could smell it. You walk into the garden, you're hanging your washing out on the line and it's the wind is blowing it and you can smell it and you're like, smell my washing, neighbourhood. Smell my washing. Sniff it. Yes. Giving the washing machine a wipe over because it hasn't had a wipe over now. I don't know how long. I really don't. That poor thing. I was looking through the window of it going, Christ, can't see out. You'd get a clearer view if you was looking out one of the circle windows at the bottom of a ship that was under the water. You'd get a clearer view of your destination than you would looking through that before I cleaned it. So bad. Anyway, little vacuum's coming out to give it a nice little hoover over. I'm literally just doing what I do on the daily. And I'm trying to get it all done before picking up the kids from school so that when they come home it's nice and clean. And then tomorrow I'm going to do the same thing again, go over everything, do a little bit more, do some rooms that I haven't managed to get to today. And then come the weekend, I'm not going to be bombarded with absolute chaos to clear up on Monday because I've kept on top of it prior. I need to take that cardboard box out and I still haven't. No, I haven't, and I need to. And I also need to get rid of that flipping Christmas mat. The only reason I haven't is because I really can't be bothered to go out and find another mat. And it's the only bit of Christmas we've got in the house and I don't like it. I don't like it. Do you hear me? It's upsetting me. But if I take it away, I've got nothing to wipe my hooves on when I come through the door. And no, I can't have that. So just going around, giving everything a nice little hoover, freshen up, sucking up as much as I can in my boy's bedroom. But I'm not going fully in there. No, that's like a destination no zone. It's like, ew. No, they can do that themselves. The front room has become a literal tip. You can just tell we've literally been doing nothing but monging out in there. Just sitting on the sofa with our tea and biscuits and playing games. We're always playing games. If it's not Monopoly Deal or it's Uno or it's actual Monopoly or it's Monopoly Decoder, we are there. Yes, people. Playing away, and Elliot thrashes us every single time. I don't know what it is about him. He's the youngest of the house and yet he always seems to win. I'm going to keep an eye on him. I wonder if he's doing a little bit cheating, a bit of little under the old footstool dealing going on there. Something's got to be going on because he can't win every single time without a cheat, surely. Anyway, going around and making sure I get underneath the rug as well because when the mop comes out, shove it out the way. When the mop comes out, I like to go underneath a little bit and I don't want to be pulling out any dust. Yes. And breathe, Gabby. It's almost the weekend. It's gorgeous today, but I dread to think what it's going to be like tomorrow, weather-wise. I also don't have a video coming up this weekend. I'm so sorry, of a week late. And the reason being, I've had the week from hell. When you go through those stages, everyone goes through stages of ups and downs, whether it's your health, whether it's your mental health, or just shit that's going on in your life. It's been a mixture of all of it. And I've literally been like, no, I'm not doing it because I've had enough. I filmed some really nice dinners that I've cooked. Yes, I did. And I filmed a little bit at the beginning. And then the week just started to get shitter and shitter and shitter. So I was like, no, I'm not doing it. I think if I did a weekly this week for this weekend, you would have just had to put up with me ranting, looking like an absolute sight, stressing over everything, probably having crying meltdowns and not being able to pee because that's been my week. I have had the worst IBS that I've ever had, to the point it was so bad. The pain was literally stabbing me and I couldn't straighten my back. And I had to walk the kids to school, and as soon as they went through the gate, you know, it's like you try to hold everything in so your kids don't see it. So they went through the gate and I turned around and I started to walk away, and I was like, oh God, the pain was so bad. It was making me feel sick, like a really bad sick pain. Even though I didn't feel sick as in like a vomit sick. And then I was just sick in front of everyone on school run. I was like, please don't remember me when I come back down here again. Please, people, don't remember who I am. I've avoided wearing the coat I was wearing, so I'm not, you know, pointed out, that's the one that vomited outside the school. She's probably got some infectious sickness thing. Well, I haven't. I was just in so much pain. And to make matters worse, because I couldn't straighten my back from the pain and the pain in my feet, you can imagine, I must look like a troll. I was hobbling my way home after this little scenario outside the school. I was hobbling. So they were probably thinking, look, she's probably shat herself as well. That's what I thought. I thought, oh my God, they think I've shat myself. But I hadn't. It was just the pain. Yeah, I was saying earlier, I'm still watching The Split. I'm on I think I've just started series 3. I'm not sure, because I've kind of had it on and not actually looked when it starts the next episode. You know when you just get so into it. You're so into it that you can't turn it off. That's what I've been like. I don't know if I'm on episode 1, 2, 3, 4. I don't know. Yes, but it's really, really good. And don't spoil it for me, people. Don't. But I am enjoying that at the moment. I don't know what I'm going to do when it ends. I'm really looking forward to Barcelona. Oh my God, talking about holidays. I've got an obsession with looking for holidays. I very nearly booked Spain last year, but it's because of booking. I can't get off booking. Booking is so good and it's so cheap, and you get whole villas to yourself for a fraction of the price you'd pay in a hotel where you've got to mingle with others and share corridors and public things. No, I don't like it. I like to have my own little space, my own little villa, where I can store up on food and do as I please without going, ugh, people staying in the apartment next door are so loud or whatever. No, and shared pools. Who wants that? Go on Booking, have a little look in, have a look in on Booking, and get yourself your own little entire property to yourself, and you can put in pool as well, so you don't have to share the pool. Yes, no floaters you have to share with anyone. Like you get in and you're like, oh, why is there bits in the pool? Or, ugh, someone's peed in it. Someone's pooped. There's things floating around in it. Oh, God. Do you ever think that sometimes? When you're in a shared pool, like you're on holiday or something, or you're at some, I don't know, water park, and you're like, we're all in this pool right now. So are our bums. Like, our feet, bums, genitalia. Ugh. Yeah, it's all seeping in the water into one another. It's foul. It's absolutely foul. I absolutely detest it. Like, I don't like having wet feet as it is. I have a really big phobia about wet feet, especially when they're wet and you've got to walk on surfaces. Yeah, can't stand it. It's literally making my toes curl just thinking about it. But to share it, I think I'm traumatised, because when we took the kids to Breen, we went into the smaller kids pool because we had smaller, you know, the two were smaller back then, and it was nice and warm. And I got in, I said, Nick, this is warm. This is nice. I said, we should do this more often. Anyway, we sat there, got our arms back, you know, we're just relaxing, chilling. The little ones are bobbing around next to us and they're quite happy. And we were like, what the hell's that? There was all these weird browny green bits floating around. It was nappy gel and poop literally touching our skins. I was like, no, get me out. We got out of there rapid. But that was what we were in. We sat in that. I closed my eyes and I relaxed in that poop. Someone else's poo. And they kept the pool open. Oh, God, it's beggars belief. I'm really annoyed about this wall here under the window ledge, because there was a spilt drink. A drink got spilt because of a cat. And I can't get it off the wall. I mean, I know I've got to paint these walls anyway, but washing it's not getting it off. So it's literally like my calling to finish painting the front room walls. But can I be bothered? No, I can't. I've still got to do the hall. This is my own fault, because I go from one job to the next. I'm like, so I'm going to do this. I get an idea. And someone put a comment on my video saying, is it a thing where you can be like obsessed with changing stuff? Like, it is an obsession, and there's not really a lot you can do about it. There is such a thing, because I have to change things all the time. I go to bed and I think about something. I'm not doing that. A whole room transformation, and I can't do anything until I've started it. I may not finish it, but I have to get it out of my system by at least starting it. And that's how I roll. It's bad. So I've just quickly done my hair and put a little bit of a face on. Not a lot, you know. It's just so I don't look like I'm literally about to collapse, or I have collapsed and they're like, there is literally Walking Dead here, walking to school. I've got to go and pick up a parcel from Vinted, and then I've got to walk to the school to go and pick up my friend's little boy and walk down to our school. So I'm quickly wiping down the worktops, getting all the last few bits done, and yes, then I've got to make a dash for it. And it was at this point I felt that pee brewing, where I really needed a wee. And I was like, if I could just hold it in, I'll be absolutely fine. I will rush there, rush down to the next school, and I'll be fine. Yeah, but I couldn't. So I went for that wee. And that's when I knew it was more than just a wee. And that's when I had to tell myself out loud in the toilet, no, you go back up there. You've got to wait. I haven't got time to sit there and deliver. Signed, sealed, delivered for the pipage. Anyway, I can't do a lot in the toilet today because I haven't got enough time, so I'm just going to bleach around it. It's all good though, because I wipe that toilet all the time. Sometimes I go in there and I give it a clean before I sit down on it, so it's all good. I'm not stressing. So I quickly got to get me bits ready, you know. Get my shoes on, my old hooves, get a scarf on because it's a little bit chilly, get a different coat because I don't want to be recognised for vomiting outside the school. And there we go. I am good to go. Love you all. See you in my next one.